Maurice Smith here with veteran actor.
My name is G. Larry Butler, and I've been in business for over 30 years, done over 200 projects. I started out with doing Perry Mason back in the 80s, and Father Dowling with Tom Bosley, and then Perry Mason with Raymond Burr. But recently I've done another one. Perry Mason's coming back, folks.
Wow. So
yeah,
you're in the new one too?
Yeah.
Very cool.
30 years later.
Very cool.
I've done a lot of horror movies and a lot of comedy, fantasy, and recently drama. So I've done every genre there is.
Wow.
And I've done a lot of voiceovers. I just finished the Ultraman series.
Ultraman?
Yeah, Ultraman's coming back in the movies.
That was my favorite as a child.
So I've done all the iconic voices from, from Dr. Garuman to Telgar, all the villains, did all the heroes. So some of the Ultraman Father and Ultraman 7 and all of those voices. So incredible experience with William Winkler.
Now
And,
you're like one of the few actors that appears to be, well, I should say one of the few, but you sound like someone that's multi-talented and more than, I mean, you do acting, you do anime, right?
Yeah.
You do different genres.
Or you name it. I've done just about everything in this business, every facet of it. I play the piano professionally. I do vaudeville. I'm bringing that back with my daughter. And so Bonnie Butler is coming up. She's 14. So we do a lot of that. I've done radio. I did a TV show and a radio show at the same time back in 2000 for about a year. I had my own show. I interviewed people that were not known. So I was trying to make them be discovered. So
let me ask you this. What has been your secret to staying so vital and staying so busy? Because as we know, Hollywood is a mofo once you pass 40, and here you are gobbling up everything.
I was a hustler. There wasn't anything I wouldn't go out for. And sometimes I was surprised myself. I used to get 1 out of 10 things, 30 years ago. Now it's down to less than that, or more than that. But now, there's so many people involved in it's very competitive. It's more difficult, so you have to hustle a little harder. But I'm a chameleon. I'll do comedy and horror, and I got those scary eyes. I've got the goofy eyes, and I've got that goofy look on my face. I play dumb people. I mean, a lot of villains, a lot of people you never suspect. The nice guy next door that would kill everybody with an axe.
What would you say is the best type of training for someone if they wanted to have that type of career as
you have to be slightly insane, controlled psychosis. So I channel it very, very well. I don't need therapy anymore. As soon as I quit all that as soon as I became an actor. So anyway, I mean, seriously, you need to be, you need to want to do different personalities instead of just yourself. I never really liked myself that much, like Robert De Niro said. I wanted to be other people. So you have to want to do that and splitter yourself in 1,000 different ways. So that's what I do, and I always welcome a new challenge. So
let me ask you something. Now, I once had the pleasure of being at a Q&A with Richard Dreyfuss. And one of the things he said was when he gets ready for something, he gets into a room all by himself and does what he does. Is that how you do your thing as well?
Yeah, I channel. I actually channel people. I actually played a mob boss, Italian mob boss, and I'm not Italian. And I channel a best friend of mine that grew up he was a connected guy in Jersey, and he was, in the mob. And so I brought his voice into it, that raspy voice and the whole attitude, and it worked. So I love doing stuff. I'm always challenging myself to do different things.
Tell us what we can look forward to in right now, any project you're doing.
I'd like to suggest there's a sleeper hit called Pan Man. It was like Overlook because of marketing.
Pan Man?
Pan Man. It's about a guy who wears a pot on his head and kills people. I know it sounds stupid, but it's a thriller and it's a comedy horror. But it's very chilling at the same time. I play Professor Hunter, who goes hunting after him to try to kill him, and it's quite a thrilling movie. It's coming out. It's already out. It's on Amazon and a lot of things. YouTube. Also, Fortune Defies Death. And that's something that's a thriller. It's a mystery. I play this guy that's worth several $100 million, and I leave $10 million to whoever can solve my granddaughter's death. And that's a drama, and one of the best things I've ever done.
Okay.
And so there's a lot more. I did Ultraman. All the new movies are coming out based on that TV series.
Yeah.
I played all the iconic voices like Teldar, Dr. Garuman, Ultraman 7, Ultraman Father. I mean, you name it. It was quite a kick with William Winkler. And he's the producer, director. We did all the American voices. So stay tuned for all this stuff. Go to my IMDb and look under G. Larry Butler. You'll see all the stuff I've done.
Okay, cool. Now, were there any hardships in doing Ultraman? Or is it, do you think it's easier to do Ultraman now with the digital technology, or do you think it would be better doing it?
It's easier to do the cartoon voices, but when you have to lip sync the actors who did the cartoon voices, I had to do both. It's live action, so I had to do a person. That's very difficult. You have to match their lips exactly. And even though they're speaking Japanese, you have to do the English and end right when they do. So that was extremely difficult. But I've done it before, but it just takes a lot out of you.
When you do that, when you do something of an Asian source, do you have to make sure you have that Asian accent, or does it matter at all?
Well, with English, not so much. He didn't really want me to try to imitate Japanese people, so I didn't. So I had my own voice. I do about 3 dozen different voices. Yeah, I do a lot of cartoon voices. So.
Okay, cool. Well, I was thinking, I mean, I've always prided myself on being someone that recognizes a face, not necessarily names. So I knew I'd seen you, but I didn't know I'd seen you so many different places before.
I know. I prefer it that way, so I can eat lunch without being bothered. Nobody mobs me.
Well, until your new projects come out, then it's all going to come back together again.
We'll see.
Yeah,
I know.
But just want to say congratulations to you. Thanks for coming tonight, and I'll be looking forward to looking at your IMDb page and seeing all the great work you got coming out.
Oh, thanks very much.
Congratulations.
I appreciate it.
Bye-bye now.
Take care.
Boom, here we are on the red carpet with an incredible woman. I had to illuminate her because she's been lighting up the spot, so we had to make sure to find out exactly what's happening. How are you tonight?
I'm good. I mean, the party's just started. I'm happy to be here. I can't wait to get into the other room and check out who's all here.
Well, one of the people from Pink Floyd is here, right? Did you know that?
Yes, Scotty Page, who I work with.
Oh.
Stephen Perkins from Jane's Addiction. Shankar. Oh my God, there's someone else that I'm forgetting. But there's so many great musicians.
So that tells me if you're working with them, you must be a singer.
Pardon me?
If you're working with them, you must be either a singer or a musician or both.
No, I'm a little bit more behind the scenes.
Okay.
Right.
So, what is your name? I forgot to get your name.
So my name is Sheila Conlon. I'm a producer, casting director, and a talent developer, basically.
Cool. Tell us some of your projects that you're casting right now.
Okay, so my show Revenge Body with Khloe Kardashian is on the air now on E! And I just finished a Netflix show that'll be coming out soon. And then I have several projects with a lot of these great musicians that we just talked about.
Cool.
So we'll be seeing them, Scotty, Stephen Perkins, Kenny Olson, Norwood Fisher. There's a lot of new things coming up from them.
So you've got like waking up and it's go until you fall asleep?
Wait, I didn't hear you.
Is it a situation where when you wake up it's go until you fall asleep?
It is go. Start time is 6 a.m. and usually I get to bed between 10 or 11. Tonight it'll probably be later.
It's not too bad.
Yes.
Too bad. So now, what's your favorite project right now?
My favorite project, I think overall that I've done was probably a show called Kitchen Nightmares with Gordon Ramsay. It's one of my favorite. Nanny 911. I love Revenge Body with Khloe. That is still my favorite as well. I can't choose. They're all so good.
And when you say, is that the same Revenge that was on ABC?
No, it's for E! Entertainment, and Kitchen Nightmares was Fox, and Nanny was Fox as well.
Oh, cool. So I think, are you going to do any genres or cross the barrier into love stories and family stories?
Oh, there's one that's coming up. I'm working on a project right now that I can't talk about, but it'll blow your mind once it comes out.
Yeah. Now, I have quite a few friends who are trying to find that person who will look at their vehicle, and every writer thinks what they've written is great. Do you accept scripts to look at?
You know, I do and I don't. So it's a very specialized path that I take in it. I like to look for talented people so that I can develop something with them. Occasionally, I'll take a look at someone else's project, but I typically like to go in and develop something from what I find.
Oh, very cool. Well, I just want to thank you so much. Is there anything that you'd like to let us know that we could be just for the pins and needles waiting for?
Oh my God, yes, it's gonna be a little while, but stay tuned to my Instagram at Conlon Co TV and the Conlon Company on Facebook and at Conlon Co on Twitter, and you'll find out.
Okay. Now, some of us are, I wouldn't say illiterate, but sometimes we get on Facebook and Instagram and forget how to spell. Could you spell your name so we know exactly how to find you?
Yes, my name is spelled Sheila, Sheila, Conlon, Conlin.
Very cool. Just want to thank you. And
Thank you.
want to congratulate you on all your incredible super success. And I hope you have continued success. And keep eating well and take your COQ10 and all that good stuff so you have that energy. And thanks for coming tonight.
All right, thank you so much. Have a good night.
Thank you so much. Maurice Smith here on the red carpet of the Mars Project with Marla. How's it doing, Marla?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking.
You're very welcome. And what's brought you out here other than a very big heart to contribute and help this cause?
I'm here with my friend Sheila Conlon.
Cool. Are you an actress as well?
No, I'm a writer.
A writer, okay. So are you a screenwriter as well?
Writer, yes.
Very cool. So there's all types of stories. Let me ask you something. I always wondered, I've written a couple of plays, and I've made a film or two and been in a film, but I wouldn't call myself a screenwriter. But so you probably have all these different scenarios running through your head all the time, is that right?
Totally. Everything's a story. It's all about the narrative.
So could you tell us something that you're working on right now?
Actually, right now I'm working on my memoir. I'm writing a book for the first time.
Okay. Is there like a burning desire of any project you'd like to push right now?
Pardon me? Say that again.
Is there a burning desire that you have to tell us of any projects going on right now?
I work with people who have survived a trauma. So I'm working on some programming and some issues of PTSD, and I'd like to share that.
Okay. Now, before I let you go, because I caught you going to a very specific area, which I won't mention, and I know you have a mission right now and have urgency, but could you like to, is there something that you've written in the past that we'd really like to know about? Since you're a screenwriter, I'm sure you've got something that later on I'll get home and it's like, why didn't she tell me about that?
Yes, I worked with Abel Ferrara. I don't know if you know his work, and I did a few projects with him. They just did a retrospective of his work at MoMA, New York City.
Very cool. Very cool. Okay, well, and how can people find you on social media?
Under my name, Marla Hanson.
How can people find you on social media?
Just under my name, Marla Hanson.
Oh, could you spell it, please? It's kind of loud, and I want to make sure people can find you.
Just under my name on Facebook or Instagram under Marla Hanson.
Marla Hanson? Is that Hanson?
That's right.
Very cool. Thank you so much. And congratulations on your work. And please continue coming out with those fantastic, attention-riveting scenarios.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for coming.
Awesome.
Bye-bye. Here's Maurice Smith, the red carpet at the Mars Project with Yuzina Kozmina.
Hi.
Hey, Miss Kozmina, I just love saying your name, Kozmina.
You say it really well.
Yeah, thank you. Now, you're doing some great acting, at least that's what I've been told. Could you tell us some of the projects that you're doing right now?
Of course, I have a film with Guy Ritchie that's coming out next year. It's called The Gentleman. It's a fantastic film with a lot of talented artists like Matthew McConaughey, Michelle Dockery, so there's a lot of interesting characters. I have a TV show with Dominic Cooper called Spy City, and also like a drama with Eric Roberts that we shot in New York, and I have a comedy store tonight.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming tonight.
Thank you.
Are you into directing as well? Are you still not? I mean, are you mainly an actress? Are you going to get into directing and producing as well, or mainly?
I mean, we always produce. I think it's a time where you can produce your own content. It's very important, especially for anybody who is a minority, maybe. So it's a great opportunity to do that. But directing is not my specific thing.
Yeah. Now, are you mainly a person who likes a genre that's comprised of love stories, or are you into thrillers, horrors?
Doesn't matter. I think if it's a good director and writer, that's the people you want to collaborate to tell the important stories, which are interesting, entertaining, and bring something new, and have a message. That's the most important thing. Doesn't matter which genre.
Yeah. The reason I asked that is I just saw a film recently called Bombshell. Have you heard of it yet? They had a Q&A with Charlize Theron and Nicole Kidman. So I'm sure you probably know what the content was about, right?
Yeah, of course.
Have you yourself experienced anything like what some actresses have experienced in Hollywood with sexual advances, that type of bad thing from people?
I think it's a very complicated business. I've been always very strong about setting my boundaries. So even if I experience something, I always know where to stop it. And for me, work is about work, and personal life is about personal life. I have 3 kids, so there's nothing else that I need except for work.
Well, I think as soon as they know that your name is Kozmini, they're going to say she's nice, but she's got power, so they're going to back off a little bit.
Maybe.
But now, you look like a model as well. Tell us some of the modeling experiences you've had, and in fact, are you modeling someone's gown right now?
Yeah, of course. I work with Hervé Léger, so it's their gown, and also I work with L'Oreal and Wella, and I've done different commercials for Dior and Hermes and other projects. So.
Heavyweights, huh? Let's take a look at that gown. Very nice. Very, very nice. Now, speaking of wearing gowns and modeling, I don't ask many people this, but not everyone has a physique like yours. What does it take to keep a physique like yours?
Lots of starvation. Growing up in food lines in Russia, that's where I grew up, But it's a lot of work. You have to train like an athlete. You have to stay very healthy, and it's not easy. It's not something that's given. It's something that you work at.
Is there ever a time when you let go and then you're like, oh damn, I'm 10 pounds over? Then
I
you just
do.
catch
I
up?
mean, I had 2 kids naturally, so I had to take care of other lives than myself. So of course I have to stay healthy and not always training.
Is it easy for you to lose weight?
To lose weight? No, it's not.
No.
No.
Well, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. It looks like you're doing well.
Thank you.
And congratulations on your projects. Is there anything that you'd like to push before we let you go? Any new books, something new that you haven't done yet, like a book coming out, a screenplay that you've written?
I'm really excited about this project. I think science is at the cutting edge right now, so I'm really excited to research what's happening with Mars and inspiration and the future. So yes, really
Very
excited
cool.
about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Eugenia Kozmina. And I just want to thank you again and continued success for you. Thanks for coming out to the Mars Project charity. You have a good night. Oh, how can people reach you on social media?
Of course, they can Google me, they can find me on Instagram. Sometimes I see messages, so I'm pretty reachable.
Could you spell it? I think it's easy to spell, but you never know.
Sure, it's EUGENIA KUZMINA.
Very cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a nice night.
Thank you, you too.
This is Maurice Twain-Smith here at the Mars Society, and we're here with a fantastic actress named
Rebecca Knox.
Hey, Reneka, just want to thank you for coming tonight, because I know you're very busy, and just want to ask you, what's your favorite project that you're working on at the moment?
I'm going to be directing and writing my first music video for one of my favorite bands, the Black Lips, and we're going to be shooting that before December. So that is currently my most exciting thing, yeah.
Okay. So is this just temporary as a director, writer, or are you going to go back to acting?
It's my first time directing. I love writing. I'm definitely going to keep acting. I love doing all different kinds of parts of different jobs in the industry. So I'm going to try doing all of them all the time.
So now, as far as genres go, What's your favorite genre? Love stories?
Horror.
Yeah?
Yeah.
A lot of
I
people
love
like
some
horror.
blood and guts.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's your most favorite horror film you've been in?
My favorite horror movie ever, Rosemary's Baby.
Well, what's your most favorite one you've been in?
That I've been in? None yet. I have to write one for myself.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I actually like Rosemary's Baby too. Have you ever seen Astronaut's Wife?
No.
It's got like little. It makes you think about Rosemary's Baby. It's with Charlize Theron and Johnny Depp.
Oh, cool. I'm going to have to check it out.
Just check it out.
Yeah.
You got the hair the same way. They do things that make your mind go back to it.
Oh, cool.
It deals with a little bit of a baby and all that, and drugs, how they drug her. But it's
Don't
quite-
give away the whole story.
Well, I want to. That's not even half of it.
Okay, good.
It'll give you a nice little joke.
Okay.
Yeah. So how can people find you on social media?
I'm at the Rebecca Knox on Twitter and Instagram, although I suggest Instagram over Twitter because I'm not great at Twitter, so there you go.
Cool. Yeah. I saw a movie called Bombshell last week with Charlize Theron.
Yeah, I heard about this.
Yeah, it was pretty wild.
Great,
She
I'll
was
check it
there,
out.
Kidman was there, but the movie itself was action. I mean, it wasn't any blood and guts, but it's the type of action that kept you riveted because the storyline and it was all real. It was. I think you'd love it. How do you feel about that particular subject?
I love it. I'd have to see the movie though to say anything else about it. I have to just see it first.
Well, I can tell you something without telling you what it's about. It deals with the Me Too revolution and all the things that are happening right now with sexual abuse, that type of thing. I think you'd like it.
I think it's important to talk about that stuff.
But you will love the movie. It's a trip.
Great. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you
So
much.
just want to thank you for your success. Hope you continue, and hope to see you in a nice blood and guts pretty soon.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Bye bye now. Here we are with the star of quite a few upcoming projects. So what is your name, please?
Ian Garrett.
Now, Ian, congratulations. I've heard that you're in practically everything right now.
Yeah.
Well, can you give us just a heads up on what's your favorite project at the moment that you're doing?
Well, my new album, Irreplaceable, is keeping me busy. It's been doing great, and so I'm out promoting it, getting the word out, and hopefully getting people to listen so that they can listen to music with substance. Music is in a recovery process, so they need to continue listening to music that's real music and not just stick to the trendy music that'll die with a trend. I don't know if I'm making myself clear with that, if I'm making a point, but I think that the music has got to be in essence what it used to be and not just a trend, because artists that only do music for trend, they're gonna go with the trend, and I want to be timeless. And I think that timeless is what the world needs now for everything that we're doing, because, well, I think it's the end of an era as we knew it. So
you're like a trendsetter.
Yeah, I'm an R&B singer and songwriter. So, but yeah, the point is always to set the trend and not to follow it.
Right,
of course,
right.
yeah.
Now, how can people find you on social media?
My social media, they can just go to my Instagram page, which is at I am Ian Guerin, and Guerin is Guerin. That's Guerin. I am Ian Guerin on Instagram, and then you can go from there.
Now, aren't you also an actor?
Sorry?
Aren't you also an actor?
No, I'm not an actor, but I'd love to do like a Pixar movie with like the voiceover and stuff.
Okay, well, you got everybody you need here tonight to get into that, so get out there and get that person. You just want to get, what were you going to say?
No, I'll make sure to do that and have a great time and help the cause and spread the word out.
There you go.
Thank you so
Ian's
much.
out there waiting to get into voiceover, so hook him up. And congratulations, Ian. Thanks a lot for coming
Thank
tonight.
you so much, and get Irreplaceable, everybody.
Thank you. Bye-bye now. And we're here with the headlining band lead vocalist. Is that correct?
That is correct. I'm actually backup vocals and lead vocals. Noah Mansfield's the writer and the lead vocalist, and I support him vocals.
Cool. I was listening to you guys when you first came out warming up. It's very nice sound.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, we're hoping to get everybody excited for the Mars Society and donate and get a big hype going and try to encourage people to support the Mars Society. We've got a bunch of aliens here that are sharing their fun and their technology, and we're going to have a great time. So is this going to air soon, or is I going to ask people to come out, or?
What's the name of your band?
Revolution.
Oh, cool. Well, now, I know that people want to see the band, but I'm sure you have quite a bit of a following of a male dynamic. How can guys who, well, how can I put this out? I have Me Too coming after me. How can your male followers, well, how can your followers find you on social media?
Revolution.com.
What if they're looking just for you personally?
Facebook page, Kim Aston. Check me out.
Did you spell your name?
Kimaston.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, come check it out.
Now, are you an actress as well as a musician?
That is correct.
Can you tell me some of your...
You know they go together. Singing and acting are one and the same.
But some actors can't sing, so you got the heads up on that one.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I'd like to think that I can sing.
Oh, you can sing. What can we be looking for? What can we look forward to seeing you do in your acting career this year?
The show tonight is going to be amazing. We're going to be debuting 3 new songs, and we've got a lot of guests that are going to be singing with us. Robert Zubrin is going to be joining us on a song, and several other people. I'll just leave it as a surprise.
As an actress, is there anything that's coming out that we can check you out into this year? As an
Yes,
actress?
we're gonna be about town for the next 2 days, so we'll be playing
No,
a couple
as
of
an
clubs.
actress.
As what was that?
As an actress, is there something coming out we can see you in?
I'll keep it a secret. How's that?
Can you give us a little hint as to what kind of movie or project it is, without being too specific?
Let's just
Is it horror? Is it
let's keep it a
thriller?
mystery for now.
All right then. Sometimes you can't give up too much information, but I enjoyed the sound. I'll be looking forward to seeing you guys get down.
Well, thank you, and you are.
I am Maurice Dwayne Smith of Nuclear Popcorn.
Well, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you
Thank
too.
you. Enjoy yourself.
I shall. And congratulations. We hope you have much more success this year.
Oh well, thank you. What are you saying? I think I heard you say
I
good
said
luck.
congratulations, and we wish you much more success this year.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
You're
I hope
welcome.
to see you again.
You will.
No.
Take care. Bye now. Maurice Dwayne Smith here at the Soho Johnny Mars charity, and we're here with one of Star Wars' most incredible guards for Jabba the Hutt. What's your name, sir?
Stephen Costantino.
Oh, Mr. Costantino, congratulations on your great work in the industry.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming tonight to support this great Mars charity. And what can we expect from you in the near future?
My music. I'm actually a producer, singer-songwriter, guitar player, and that's how I got Star Wars. I had a band with Corey D. Williams, Billy's son,
Very cool.
on Motown. And
So are you on Motown? Okay, cool. Do you have any music coming out this year that we should keep our ears
yes,
open
under Stephen Costantino.
for? Okay. When's it going to drop?
It's going to drop in the next few months. I have an EP out from a few years ago, and I'm working on new material as we speak.
Very cool. Are you going to be performing tonight?
Maybe I'll get up and do a little thing at the end, maybe the jam session.
Okay, well, we'll be looking forward to it. How can we find you on social media? SteveCostantino.org and iTunes, Spotify, Facebook, everything, anything, all the above. Okay. And before you go, how was it? How did you enjoy, or how was the whole experience of working in Star Wars?
That was incredible. We were in Yuma, Arizona for a few weeks, and they built the Sarlacc pit and the barge, Jabba's barge in the middle of the desert. Extraordinary.
Very cool.
Extraordinary people, extraordinary,
Yeah, sounds like it. Well, it sounds like you're living the dream, sir. Just want to thank you for coming by tonight and supporting this great Mars charity. We'll be looking forward to your music. This has been Stephen Costantino.
Yes.
Very cool. Thank you, sir. Take care.
abundance of kick coming through the monitors now. I appreciate what you've done for the sound, but
Kick is closed.
it became a lot more. So it's a little less on stage. There you go.
Take it out of our monitors. Sorry, keep it in there. Check.
Yeah, because they need something loud.
October 19th, Soho Johnny here, and we're getting ready to rock in a little while at the Globe Theater, 740 South Broadway. I think it's South Broadway.
Yeah.
In LA. And we're going to jam. We've got a lot of talent, a lot of positive energy going here, and I'm proud to be affiliated with the organization. I'm going to be up there jamming, doing my normal thing there, rabble-rousing with the crowd. Remember, life is all about community, giving back, and reaching out and touching your fellow man or woman or whatever the case may be. It's all about what's in here and give it back. It's just all about society. And music is the expression of life. Music is the breadth of love is expressed in the passion of music. And that's what I'm all about and what I've been doing lately. And American Cancer Society, so many great things. But it's not about me. It's about enjoying music and bringing people together and showing the love. Okay? And reciprocation of love from everyone out there is such a beautiful experience, and I'm so blessed and I'm thankful. Every day is a blessing. We must all remember that. Soho Johnny. Got such a great array of guests and performers and a lot of beautiful people affiliated with this show tonight, and very, very excited and looking forward.
Now, people, he's a very humble person. This is Maurice Drake Smith, but Soho Johnny is a philanthropist. This is just one of the many causes that he's helped breathe life into, and we're very thankful. Could you tell us why this Mars project is so dear to your heart? Why you felt the burning desire to put your heart into it, to bring it into fruition?
Because anything, I feel it's a portion of giving back. It's all about community. There's a lot of good people that I know and good friends that have invited me here on the red carpet today. It's my honor. It's my privilege, and I love it. The passion of music and the passion of reaching out and giving back is something that I tied together, and what's kind of changed my life recently. I approached an elderly lady I posted on my Facebook page, Soho Johnny Pasquale. Soho Johnny LLC is my business page, not to be technical, but and I asked her, I said, what a beautiful Indian summer day, because I live in New York. And she says, it really is. So I walked away with just a little tinge of regret, because people go throughout their lives and sometimes they just don't get it until they get much older. God forbid they have to deal with a serious illness or they experience death or something of a loved one. We need to appreciate life today for what it is. And if we always could have that inside us and program and wake up every day being thankful, it makes the world a better place. I have a little bit. I'm trying to do a little bit in my own way to give back and to touch others. And I hope and I believe that when you're in the public eye, you have a responsibility to reach out and touch somebody. You have a responsibility to be a positive role model, to try to make it all better for everybody. Because we're all here on a journey, we're all here on a lease. It's important always to remember that. But in the meantime, we're going to rock and have a good time for good causes and reaching out to so many good people. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Much love.
Thank you
love
so
and
much.
appreciation
But,
always.
before you
Soho
go,
Johnny.
Before you go, Soho, how can people find you? How can people find Soho Johnny?
SohoJohnny.com is my website, and I have an email list there. Please sign up for my email list. I'm always posting and blasting new events. John Soho Johnny, SohoJohnny, Pasquale, Pasquale on Facebook. That's my personal page. And again, Soho Johnny LLC is the business page. And again,
now, Johnny, there's going to be people that are going to wonder, okay, this man has sunshine in his pocket, but who is Soho Johnny? But how did you get your start, and who instilled that constant love beat in your soul?
Great question. I was blessed. My family, my father, my grandfather started a trucking business back in the day, and there were poor people that came from Europe, like many of our stories. I mean, America's an immigrant nation. Let's face it. And that's the foundation, that's the roots of what we had. And they started a business, it was in Soho. I mean, my grandfather, may he rest in peace, he walked around with a cart with cardboard and maybe made a couple of pennies on it back in the day, anything to put food on the table. We all have similar backgrounds if you go back in our lineage here. That's what makes, that's the community that I'm referring to. That's the intrinsicness that's important for us to always remember and keep together. So that's how I got the name Soho Johnny over the years. My family, and just coming from there and just working there my whole life. I started off, I'm just a real estate guy behind a desk like many people out there in New York, and I just gradually was doing parties over the day. I was born in Manhattan. My parents moved me to the Bronx, back dubbed Bronx. I'm a Bronx boy, Bronx bomber. And back in the early 70s, late 60s, early 70s, my parents had finally bought a house in the Bronx, and we had a garage in the back. And it was funny because a lot of my friends after school would just come to the garage, and I had a strobe light, music, and we were jamming back then. And I've been doing parties as I gotten older my whole life. And it just got bigger and bigger. I drew in the American Cancer Society. I used to do reunions, and it was just something that was a passion of music and a passion of having people together. And it's so rewarding to get people approaching me and just seeing the smile on people's faces out in the audience. And just like for a few minutes, music is a time warp. It can take you back, especially classic music, can take you back 20, 30 years, and you have that same feeling, that same walk in the room, your first heartbreak, your first love, your first victory, your first failure, whatever it is. That's the beauty of music. I'm a very, very music-oriented person, and I think it helps make life a little bit better.
Very cool, very cool. So now you do a lot of parties for charity, and are there some more that are coming up on the horizon that we need to be aware of?
My last, I guess you could call it a festival because I'm pretty different. I did a 12-hour gig in Stamford, Connecticut, this past August 10. Wow. It was mostly based on classic disco. American Cancer Society got a chunk of the money. Actually, I was just posted the other day, and I had the honor of co-hosting it with Denny Terrio. We may remember him from Dance Fever back in the day.
Yeah.
He taught John Travolta how to dance for Saturday Night Fever. I had Tavares, Heat Wave, Double Exposure, Harold Melvin's Blue Notes. I've had Sharon Brown. I had Terry DeSario. I had Fonda Ray. Remember Deputy of Love. I had Constantine Morales of Rock of Ages. We all remember him.
Knockouts.
Yeah. I had disco royalty. I had Monty Rock III, a good friend of mine. What a wonderful performer, and he has the heart and soul of the creation of disco as well. And if I'm forgetting Jimmy Bohorn, wonderful entertainer. And I may be forgetting anybody because I know I had 20 acts if you include Danny Terrio, so forgive me, it may be a brain fart as it will, or a senior moment, but it was a lot of love and we pulled it off. It was a great time, American Cancer Society, and I've gotten so much love from that, and it just puts wind in the sails.
I wanted to take a little time to take like a moment of silence for the passing of Dick Michaels. Remember Dick Michaels? He passed away last week, I think. I was at a friend's house because he and I were going to do something to get his TV show. He wanted to do a TV show, and we were trying to get the money together. So all of a sudden the sheriff calls me where I was and says, is this Maurice? So yeah, so Dick Michaels passed away 40 minutes ago. I was like, oh man. But strangely enough, before he called, about 40 minutes prior, I got this phone call from this restricted number, and nobody said a thing. So I'm thinking that was probably Dick. Because they just hung there and then they were gone. So, but I know he's in heaven.
I was just thinking the other day, if there's as the old saying that song goes, if there's a rock and roll heaven, they have a hell of a band. I really believe it. We all entitled to our own belief. My personal belief is there's a better place to go to, and I keep it in my mind, and it's part of what motivates many of us. And also, this is, after all, the Mars Rocks concert, and I believe today, wasn't today the first spacewalk of female astronauts? We're all about female empowerment out there. Wonderful.
Yeah.
It's another significant day.
Trying to take the power and ride the rhythm, so to speak.
Love it.
Yeah. I just want to thank you for being a man of consummate love and joy and peace, and the spokesperson for using music to soothe from pain to joy to, bridging the distance of all things. And, if the world were more like Soho Johnny, we'd have a better place. People knew the power of love in music.
I thank you for those beautiful words, Maurice. It's not about me. It's about us, a big us. It's about all of us together, because we could all together make a difference. I say that about charity, because if we do nothing gets done. We all have a responsibility in our own way, even if it's something little to touch somebody in a positive way. And it's a domino effect, and it really, really works.
Well, before you go, is there a burning desire for you to tell us anything, any books, any movies, anything that you got coming up?
Well, I just cut my first record. It's called Coasting to Delight, so stay tuned for that. It's a very, very upbeat, but
Are you singing in it?
I'm singing. I did the score and the singing, and I collaborated with a good friend of mine, Thomas Donker, a very, very talented musician.
Okay.
And that should be coming out soon. True Groove Records, let me give a plug to them. They're great production company.
Okay.
And a couple of movies, I got some small cameos in movies. And,
Anything you can tell us about, or are you restricted by contract?
No, one is The Streets too, but it was only a small little cameo. We're just friends of friends here, and I've got.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it's all just having a lot of fun, and doing all this, and I'm getting a lot of
Positivity back from it.
a lot of a lot of notice, and it's fun. I mean, it's important. And another saying on my website, I have a couple of these sayings, by the way. And they're very, very motivational sayings because they come to my mind and I put it out there. It's very important for all of us to remember to drive the bus of our life and don't be a passenger. People grow up in the cookie cutter worlds and they just always have to conform. And it's all right to conform to a certain sense because we have a society and we have to have some organization. But remember to be true to yourself and think about where you want to go, what you want to do, and always strive for the dream. Because if you don't, you could live your life and you may have a beautiful, happy life, but you don't want to be there when you get older and say, you know what, I wonder if that's the road, if I should have tried that, I should have done that. And that's a big part about music, a big part about entertainment, okay? A lot of people, what I love about today, in a lot of the shows that we didn't have before, like America's Got Talent, all these beautiful, look at Adam Lambert, would he have roses? I mean, he's so talented, somebody like that, just as a for instance, if we didn't have these type of venues. So I'm all for it. I'm all for rewarding and encouraging people to go out there and strive to be the best that they can. And don't give up. Always remember, failure is part of getting to success. Always get up and go back and keep going forward.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. From Soho Johnny himself, never give up.
Sorry, Morris, it's a little hard to hear you.
There you have it from Soho Johnny himself. Never give up. Keep reaching for the dream, a big dream, and make damn sure you don't wind up with that big regret. Thank you, Soho Johnny.
All my love.
This is Maurice Dwayne Smith here with Jimmy Star and Mars Rocks. How's it going, Jimmy?
Hey, it's going fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thanks so much for inviting me to this incredible situation here. I see stars who are up and coming and stars who have already been and are legends and are still grooving, like Page from Pink Floyd.
Scott Page from Pink Floyd, David Kendrick from Devo. I don't know, there's a whole bunch of them. Steve Perkins from Jane's Addiction is going to be here. We're at the Globe Theater in downtown LA for Mars Rocks. Benefits the Mars Society, and this is the Mars Society's annual weekend convention. So we're expecting to have lots of cool people who are interested in Mars and going to Mars coming to this event.
Yeah, see, but people don't know who you are, and you are a star in your own right. You have your own TV show.
Yes.
You got 4 million viewers per week, which is phenomenal.
Yes.
What's up with your show?
That's called The Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. I host it with my husband. We're the first gay married couple syndicated show in the world. You can just Google The Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell or JimmyStarsWorld.com, and you can find out all about us. We do what you do. We interview cool celebrities, have fun, entertainment, music, do a little bit of everything, and just have a good time.
Cool. But tell people now, how did you get your start? Because everyone wants a show, but you must be doing something phenomenal in that you have a show and you're a magnet to all these people. So what's your secret? Are you an actor?
I'm an actor, but I'm not any good. People just put me in their movies because I can promote well, but I'm not really good. Ron Russell, my other half, he's a very good actor. He's got a movie coming out on Halloween called Clown Fear.
Cool.
And
sounds good.
And I actually I started in radio. And only did radio, and I got named the 5th most influential radio personality to follow in social media, behind like Ryan Seacrest.
Wow.
And it kind of just branched out from there on to doing television, and now we're on Comcast, Roku, iHeartRadio, because it's television and radio both. We have our own station on Roku. We're on Celebra Media, VIP Television. So we're basically all over the place.
So you're international?
Yes, we're international.
Very cool, very cool. So now, are there any events that you yourself are going to be putting forth pretty soon, other than your
this
show
one and my show
and your husband's movie?
Well, our next big event that we're going to is CeCe Peniston. Actually, we're going to go see CeCe Peniston, and she's one of my clients. I have a PR company called World Star PR. She's got a big event in Palm Springs on October 31st. So that's our next thing, and then after that, we got a bunch of movie premieres that we're putting on.
Now, is this the same CC that came up with that blockbuster hit a couple years ago?
Finally, it has happened to me. Yes, that one.
Yeah. Very
Yeah,
cool.
if you want an interview with her, I can hook you up.
That's cool. And you said there's going to be people on this red carpet that are going to catch everybody's attention, like the star from the Orange is Black.
Yeah, Rebecca Knox from Orange is the New Black is going to be here. Chris Browning, he was in that movie Bright with Will Smith. He was in, isn't that funny? I have a brain fart. He's in like all kinds of really big things and TV shows. He's on Bosch on television.
Oh, cool! I like that show.
Yeah, he's
I
on
like
a
the
whole
book
bunch.
and I seen the show.
Yeah, he's actually in a whole bunch of different. He was in Cowboys and Aliens.
Oh, cool.
He was in that movie with Denzel Washington, but I forgot the name where he. It's like going across the deserted area to deliver the Bible.
Elijah, Book of Elijah.
Yes, Book of Eli.
Book of Eli.
Yeah, he's one of the bad guys in Book of Eli that Denzel Washington kills. So it's a really cool. He's a really cool guy, and we just have. I think we might have Mei Ling Ning also coming, and she's in Wonder Woman, and she also just got cast in the new Suicide Squad.
Wow, very cool, very cool. Well, I just want to thank you, and I hope you have continued success. And I'm sure we'll be talking to you a little later tonight.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Bye
Bye-bye now. And here's Maurice Smith, the red carpet at the Mars Project with Yuzina Kuzmina.
Hi.
Hey, Miss Kuzmina, I just love saying your name, Kuzmina.
You say it really well.
Yeah, thank you. Now, you're doing some great acting, at least that's what I've been told. Could you tell us some of the projects that you're doing right now?
Of course, I have a film with Guy Ritchie that's coming out next year. It's called The Gentleman. It's a fantastic film with a lot of talented artists like Matthew McConaughey, Michelle Dockery, so there's a lot of interesting characters. I have a TV show with Dominic Cooper called Spy City, and also like a drama with Eric Roberts that we shot in New York, and I have a comedy store tonight.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming tonight.
Thank you.
Are you into directing as well? Are you still, well, not, I mean, are you mainly an actress? Are you going to get into directing and producing as well, or mainly?
I mean, we always produce, I think it's a time where you can produce your own content. It's very important, especially for, anybody who is a minority maybe, so it's a great opportunity to do that. But directing is not my specific thing.
Yeah. Now, are you mainly a person who likes a genre that's comprised of love stories, or are you into thrillers, horrors?
Doesn't matter. I think if it's a good director and writer, that's the people you want to collaborate to tell the important stories, which are interesting, entertaining, and bring something new, and have a message. That's the most important thing. Doesn't matter which genre.
Yeah. The reason I asked that is I just saw a film recently called Bombshell. Have you heard of it yet? They had a Q&A with Charlize Theron and Nicole Kidman. So I'm sure you probably know what the content was about, right?
Yeah, of course.
Have you yourself experienced anything like what some actresses have experienced in Hollywood with sexual advances, that type of bad thing from people?
I think it's a very complicated business. I've been always very strong about setting my boundaries. So even if I experience something, I always know where to stop it. And for me, work is about work, and personal life is about personal life. I have 3 kids, so there's nothing else that I need except for work.
Well, I think as soon as they know that your name is Kuzmini, they're going to say she's nice, but she's got power, so they're going to back off a little bit.
Maybe.
But now, you look like a model as well. Tell us some of the modeling experiences you've had, and in fact, are you modeling someone's gown right now?
Yeah, of course. I work with their Berger, so it's their gown, and also I work with L'Oreal and Wella, and I've done different commercials for Dior and Hermes and other projects. So
Heavyweights, huh? Let's take a look at that gown. Very nice. Very, very nice. Now, speaking of wearing gowns and modeling, I don't ask many people this, but not everyone has a physique like yours. What does it take to keep a physique like yours?
Lots of starvation. Growing up in food lines in Russia, that's where I grew up, But it's a lot of work. You have to train like an athlete. You have to stay very healthy, and it's not easy. It's not something that's given. It's something that you work at.
Is there ever a time when you let go and then you're like, oh damn, I'm 10 pounds over? Then
I
you just
do.
catch
I mean, I had 2 kids naturally, so I had to take care of other life than myself. So of course I have to stay healthy and not always training.
Is it easy for you to lose weight?
To lose weight? No, it's not.
No.
No.
Well, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. It looks like you're doing well.
Thank you.
And congratulations on your projects. Is there anything that you'd like to push before we let you go? Any new books, something new that you haven't done yet, like a book coming out, a screenplay that
Well,
you've written?
I'm really excited about this project. I think science is at the cutting edge right now, so I'm really excited to research what's happening with Mars and inspiration and the future. So yes, really
Very
excited
cool.
about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Eugenia Kosmina. And I just want to thank you again and continued success for you. Thanks for coming out to the Mars Project charity. You have a
Thank
good
you.
night. How can people reach you on social media?
Of course, they can Google me, they can find me on Instagram. Sometimes I see messages, so I'm pretty original.
Could you spell it? I think it's easy to spell, but you never know.
Sure, it's EUGENIA KUZMINA.
Very cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a nice night.
Thank you, you too.